All right, everyone, welcome back to the show. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into something really wild.
It's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, it's AI that can create videos of humans that look incredibly real. And get this, all it needs is a photo and some audio.
It's like something out of science fiction.
Yeah, exactly. It's like mind-blowing.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about this.
The one that's making all the headlines right now is called OmniHuman-1.
OmniHuman-1.
Yeah, and the cool thing about it is it can generate these high-quality videos at any aspect ratio you want.
Okay.
Portrait, half body, full body. It can even capture these super subtle details.
Like what?
Like lighting and texture. It's really pushing the limits of what we thought AI animation could do.
So it can pretty much handle anything. What if I gave it a cartoon or even like a picture of my cat?
You know what? That's the crazy part. It can actually handle that. It's surprisingly versatile.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you can feed it cartoons, photos of objects, animals, and it'll just figure out how to make the motion work. And on the audio side, it's not picky either. Different styles, music genres. It can match the movement to anything from opera singing to a hip-hop beat.
I am so impressed. Okay, so to be clear, if I give it a photo of my friend and recording of them singing,
Yeah.
it can create a video of them performing on stage.
Exactly. It's that powerful.
Wow, and you said earlier it can also be driven by video input. Okay, so I have to ask the big question. Can I download this OmniHuman-1 thing and start creating my own animations?
Well, that's where things get a little tricky.
Ah.
Like a lot of really cutting-edge research. The source code and the model itself, they're not available to the public just yet.
Oh, man, that's
I
disappointing.
know, right? It's
Yeah.
a bummer.
Is there any word on when that might change?
No specific date yet, but we promise we'll keep you updated. As soon as we hear anything, you'll be the first to know.
Okay, well, you've definitely got my hopes up.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about what this all means.
Yeah.
This technology, it just seems like it has huge implications.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
We could be talking about game changers in fields like entertainment education, even just basic communication.
Mhm.
But before we dive into all that, let's take a closer look at how OmniHuman-1 actually pulls off these amazing results.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so I bet you're wondering how OmniHuman-1 manages to create these incredible animations.
Yeah, spill the beans. What's the secret?
Okay, well, picture this. You have a system with all these different modules,
Uh-huh.
and each module is like a specialist in a specific area of human motion.
Okay, I'm listening.
So one module might focus on like the overall pose and movement.
Yeah, makes sense.
Another one might be all about facial expressions and lip sync.
I say.
And then you might have another one that handles all those tiny details like hand gestures or how clothes move.
So it's kind of like a team of animators working together.
Exactly. That's a great way to think about it. Each of these modules is doing its own thing,
Right.
but they're also constantly talking to each other and fine-tuning their output.
Based on what?
Well, based on the input data, of course,
Right.
but also based on feedback from the other modules.
So how does that multimodality motion conditioning thing we talked about earlier,
Right.
how does that fit into all of this?
That's where the real magic comes in. You see, because OmniHuman-1 is trained on this mix of audio, video, and still images,
Right.
each module can learn and specialize in its own specific task.
Give me an example.
Sure. So let's say you have the facial expression module.
Okay.
It can pick up all these subtle nuances from video data,
Interesting.
while the pose estimation module might learn a broader range of body movements from the still images.
So by combining all these different types of training data,
Exactly.
OmniHuman-1 ends up with a much deeper understanding of human motion.
Yeah, than if it was only trained on one type of input. It's like a master artist who's spent years studying anatomy and observing how people move.
Wow, that's a pretty powerful image. So we've got this incredibly sophisticated AI that can create these lifelike videos of humans doing practically anything.
Yeah.
Where do you see this technology going in the future?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The possibilities are just endless. One area that immediately comes to mind is entertainment.
Of course.
Imagine creating video game characters or digital actors for movies that are indistinguishable from real people.
Whoa, that would be a game changer.
Totally. We could have virtual concerts with lifelike avatars of our favorite musicians.
Or like interactive stories where you choose your own adventure with hyper-realistic characters.
Exactly. It would be a whole new level of immersion.
And what about education?
Oh man, the potential there is huge.
Yeah.
History lessons could come alive with virtual historical figures delivering speeches. Scientists could demonstrate experiments with lifelike avatars. Students could interact with digital tutors who respond in real time with nuanced expressions and gestures.
It would be like stepping into a whole new world of learning.
Yeah, and what about communication? Could this technology change how we connect with each other online? And speaking of shaping the future, it's a bit of a bummer that the source code and model aren't available for others to play around with just yet.
I know, right? I was really hoping to get my hands on it and see what I could create.
Me too. Open access can really accelerate innovation.
Absolutely. Any hints about when that might change?
No solid timeline yet, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping my eyes peeled, and as soon as I hear anything, you'll be the first to know.
Well, I think that about wraps up our deep dive into the world of AI-powered human animation. A huge thanks to our expert for walking us through all the ins and outs of OmniHuman-1.
My pleasure. It's been a fascinating conversation.
And to all our listeners out there, thank you for joining us. Stay curious, keep exploring, and who knows, maybe you'll be the one developing the next groundbreaking AI technology. Until next time, this is The Deep Dive signing off.
'Cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections.